YouTube, Ninja Midget here, and this is going to be the complete assembly of the 1895 Nagant revolver. Alright, so starting off here, first things first, grab my focus, get this in focus for us here. There we go. First things first, you're going to go ahead and put your spring in. Actually, probably easiest to slide the spring on here first. Make sure it's seated all the way down. There we go. And then you're just going to match up the notch with this little post here. Put it in, give it a half turn or so. And there's your barrel, your cylinder complete. Alright, now, I did take everything off, including the wood grips on this gun, because, well, I wanted to give it a good cleaning, but also I wanted to refinish these. They were kind of gummy, the finish was crappy on them, so use some crud cutter to get the old finish off and finish them up with some fresh tung oil. So, first things first, we'll get our grips back on, which is pretty simple. One side, your center grip on using the larger screw. The wood kind of puffed back up on me because I refinished this, so no big deal. Back in just like that. There's that. Now we can go ahead and put it on our other side. There we go. There's our grips on. Now, let's see what to do first. We want to go ahead and grab this piece right here, and we're going to slide it down on this post, right like that. Slide that up in place. Then we're going to go ahead and take our block, and we're going to slide that up in place. And with this, you want to make sure that this piece is down. The piece with the notch in it there slides right into this groove. There's a groove on the top and the bottom, so you have to align both of those to get it in. And it can be a little finicky. There it is. There it goes. Alright, now what we want to do is we're going to put our hammer back together. This was kind of gummed up pretty bad in here, so I did take out the camming block right here. One thing to note with this pin, this piece of spring steel, let me get this focused in a little closer here. Okay. See the little bump on the bottom of that. Little bump. One is straight, one's got a little bump on it. The bump goes down and it goes in just like this. Oh, putting it in the wrong spot. Goes right down in this groove down here. Seats right in like that. It's this little screw right here is the one that you're going to use to hold this in. And you just push it down in place. Screw goes in from this side. Can be a pain in the neck if you got big fat fingers like me, but it'll go. There she goes. Oops. My pin got a little out of whack here, or my spring, rather. Okay, that's back in alignment. Looking good. Okay. So tighten that up good. And there we go. Now, what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and get our trigger in place. And the trigger goes in just like this. It's going to go in just like this, and you want to make sure that this piece of the trigger goes right here. It needs to slide right up in there for the gun to function properly. So you want to get it started, and there. See how that's moving that up and down now? Oh, the joy of having kids home from school for summer. Anyway, see, that's how that needs to be functioning for you. Oh. And that needs to not be down in that position. So, lift it up a little bit. Slide that up over there. There. That is how it needs to be functioning, just like that. Okay. Nifty. Now, the hammer you need to put in the back position, and it's going to go in just like this. See, so it can cam up on you. Then your trigger reset. So this is the way it needs to be in the gun. Alrighty. So now, let's see here. Well, I suppose we can go ahead and put on our trigger guard. That's nice and easy. Especially if you put it on the right way, it's easy. Just put it on, slide it up in place. And then we're going to tighten that bad boy on down. And there she is. All functioning nicely. Alright, now, the next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to get in our spring. Okay, now, there's a part on the spring, this little cutout here, that goes underneath. You can see that little cutout on the trigger. That's where that's going to go. And then this goes right up underneath here. So what you want to do, and you want to remember that this post on the spring, on the back of the spring, is going right in this hole. Give it a try again here. Oops. And that's got it. So there it is. Now, check the function. Looks like she's going fine. Alright. So we've got that in now. As my kids are stomping around upstairs. Alright. So, now we can go ahead and put our side plate back on. Take our screw. And tighten it on down. Alright, now we'll do our loading gate. The loading gate goes back on just like this. And your screw just slides through like that. And tighten that on down. Then we can go ahead and get our spring in there, which goes just like this. There's our spring for the gate. Now, what we want to do is, there is a little channel in this. That's where this little pin pushing out of here is going to go in there, just like this. That's what locks it in, so it's not coming out on you. So, need to put it in with this little channel facing up so that it is even with this surface. It's parallel to this surface. Go ahead and lay this piece in there and get your screw started. And it's a little screw, so it's kind of a pain. But it goes in easy enough. There, that's got it started. Tighten that on down. And then, there we go. We've got our full range of motion on that. And then, you want to roll the cylinder up into place. You don't try to force it. You got to push this spring mechanism back a little bit until it kind of slides into place. And then, oops, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Then we want to get our locking pin in here. Just like that. And there we go. That is the complete assembly of the 1895 Nagant revolver. Functioning perfectly. Nice and clean. Freshly refinished grips. Okay. An awesome gun. If you don't have one of these, well, I don't think you'd be watching this video, but if you don't have one of these, then you should definitely go out and get one. It is an awesome gun. I haven't even shot it yet, and I can tell you it's an awesome gun. So, anyway, thanks for watching.